China wanted me to ask you.
What's that? China, she's the one in the video.
Yeah, she's the one.
What she want? What?
That she felt like you and oh boy.
She talks to him.
She talks, but the way you and him went about the situation.
Well, how do we go about it?
Okay, the situation I hear.
Because I never exposed it.
No, you haven't exposed the video, but
I never exposed it. Period. Hassan Campbell did.
Yeah,
he recorded it. Our conversation. So once a nigga, if I record your conversation, and once a nigga asks me,
the nigga from
New York,
AP, no, from Atlanta.
No, he ain't exposed it.
No, but he got the video.
It's his video. Nip gave him ownership of it on the video, literally.
Yeah, I got the video.
It's 15 of them.
Yeah, China is my blood cousin, so at the end, but
he gave him consent and ownership on the video.
Yeah,
you got that one?
If he had the consent, he would try to put that video out. He don't want to do that.
Bro, the only reason why they ain't came out because I didn't stop him from putting them out. Yeah. Listen, in the video, you got Nip telling him, record this. Send me that. Send it to me. Make sure you keep it locked in. He's giving him verbal consent.
He gave him verbal consent.
Now, to all y'all be thinking I'm out there bullshitting lying, am I bullshitting lying?
No, you're not. But China didn't give consent either.
Who?
China. She didn't give consent in those videos.
That's the girl in the video?
The girl in the video. That's his baby mama. The first one.
Yeah.
And see what it was? See, when Big U came to me and wanted me to get dude to put him out is because he said Laura London was acting funny with him. And in the videos, you could tell that these things was happening while Nip and Laura was together. So he wanted to make China the first lady. He had this whole layout he was going to do called 60 Minutes. He was going to make her the first lady manager and blow her up. But I'm like, bro, I'm not finna let you put them videos out.
Extortion.
Extortion where?
That's his
you talking about from where? From who?
From other guy and y'all 15%.
15% from what? What is that?
What's the name? I heard the story about.
You mean the 30%?
Yeah, the 30%.
Oh no, that's
15. And then when
I didn't go for it.
Nip died.
I didn't go for it. You talking about his contract?
When Nip died, nigga, he came and asked you for the 15%. I mean, part of your 15%, half of your 15%.
No. He got a contract. Him, Steve Lobel, and Nip.
Yeah.
The contract is the dumbest contract ever because he don't receive royalties, only publishing. So when Nip died, maybe about 40-something days, I got the text messages. He says, listen, let's make it look like you brought me out of the contract prior to, right? And then I need you and your legal team to go at the estate for the 30%. So I said, well, you was just with Nip, nigga, when he was alive. Why did you go at the 30% while he was alive? Why you gonna go after it after he died? You saying it's your little brother, right? So if you didn't go after the 30% while he was alive, why go after when he's dead?
I don't want to. I gotta actually dip.
Get your punk ass out of here.
Keep politicking this issue. This is good, yeah.
So here's the thing. What Big U didn't understand that he knew I understood was Nip waited until the contract, the 10 years was over with before he dropped the album, right? Which when he first came to me, he said, yo, is my contract expired? I said, it's expired as of now, but Victory Lap is still in there because you don't go after the day the album dropped. You go after the day the album was negotiated, then the budget was released. So when I told him that, he like, well, listen, when I sign it over to you, we make it look like, and then we bust it up. I'm like, I'm not fucking with it. Yeah, I could have went and got it, but I'm like, I'm not fucking with it. For one, me and Nip never had no problems. Nip problem with me was I was fucking with Big U. And when he realized that my issue with him wasn't Big U, it was that he didn't do that K Slay verse after I had Slay break this nigga and spin this nigga and do all that shit we did for him in New York. I said, I don't give a what you and Big U got going on. Slay is my plug, not Big U plug. So when I got Slay doing all this shit for you, and Slay called back, say, yo, can I get that Nipsey verse for my, my mixtape or whatever? And it's no, because you getting into it with Big U. What that got to do with Slay? Because now you got me looking crazy. That ain't 60 business. That's a Paru plug.
Yeah.
Big U know him through me, right? So once me and Nip talked at Platinum, we was good. So when draws came with that, I said, bro, I'm not doing that. You do it. You need the legal team. I turn you on to the legal team. I don't want to have... Do you know what that nigga would have did if I would have went and did that? And got that, you know how he would have faked like he didn't know what was going on? I said, I'm not doing that. I wouldn't even let dude release the content at all. It been 2-3 times. What them people call that shit R&B? The black, when they was trying to buy it?
The black web.
Some
Dark
shit,
web.
dark web or some shit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even let him do the deal. And it ain't got nothing to do with her because I don't know her, right? It ain't got nothing to do with Nipsey. I'm gonna tell you, it ain't got nothing to do with Nipsey because he chose to do whatever he chose to do. But I know he got kids. And I'm gonna be real, I don't think Black Sam wanna see that shit.
No, a lot of people don't want to see that video. That's the reason why,
Nigga, it's 15 of them.
Yeah,
It ain't just one.
I got all.
And it's a bunch of, you seen the text messages?
I got the videos too. Me and China.
Where you get them from?
China.
Also, she got them. Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is that they did a lot of shit. It's their sex life. So at the end of the day,
Nigga, it's a lot. On the couch shit, it's a lot of shit.
Yeah, a lot of shit had been. That's where I was a little irritated at where because Big U, he had the videos too.
He wanted them out, but see, he didn't have. He only had a partial. Let me tell you what his stronghold was. He got the recording when Nip is telling the police, if anything happened to me, Domer did it, right? And he used that against Nip.
I know. I mean, a lot of people. Everybody is not innocent in that situation.
Yeah, he used that against Nip. So when he came to my house, that nigga came to my house in my backyard in my game room with one of my original baby gangster childhood friends that he did time with. He did a dub with him. So he said, man, it was such and such a I want to see him. I ain't seen him. And when he was asking me to do the things, he was getting irritated. He said, man, why all of a sudden you like against me and for him? I said, ain't about I'm against you. It's like, bro, none of these things you wanted to do when he was alive.
Yeah.
If you would have been pursuing that 30% while he was alive and all that shit, and you just needed some help because your legal team that went bad on you, I would have assisted you. But you sat there in front of the world, pro-victory lap, gave him awards. You wasn't having these conversations with him while he was alive. No. Now,
that's how y'all got into it.
Yeah, he started getting mad that I wouldn't cooperate.
That's when y'all beef started happening.
That's
y'all
when
was cool.
Yeah, that's what
people needed to know the reason why you and Big U wasn't cool. I knew about the whole situation.
That's how it started.
Yeah, that's how it started.
Because he felt like you supposed to press play. No, nigga, because listen, go find an interview or some shit with Nipsey saying something crazy about me.
Yeah.
Me and that nigga used to talk. He'd call me maybe once, twice a month, whatever, because he always accredited me for a lot of things me and Game did for him and then the Slay shit. So we used to, and Nips was one of them dudes that he ain't let everybody know who we really talk to. You know what I'm saying? You would never know who we with. So it's like, I'm like, bro, I ain't got no problem with him. I gave him advice. I told him no, just because the contract expired like 2018 of January. I think it started 08 of January. But Big U was under the impression because the album didn't drop until February or something, right? That he was out of contract. I said, no, that album was negotiated while you was in contract. But Big U, a lot of people don't know, and I think you know this, Big U was not that smart. He was just a magnet that people would come to him, and he had people to call around to get on. It'd be 4 or 5 niggas on the phone. He ain't even talking no more to whoever is trying to get the business done. He really didn't understand the music, bro. The nigga he had 0% royalties, all publishing. So I'm thinking, if I'm Nipsey and I know this nigga all he got is 30% publishing, when I'm doing my music, my kids getting the publishing, or my girl, or my mama, or my daddy, or even my brother. I'm telling myself, I ain't saying this to him. I said, nigga, you gonna run into a big wall, because me knowing Nip, he probably redirected that somewhere else. Because he could have assigned his publishing. He could have said, I'm in debt to these people, and it's my publishing. Draws didn't get no royalty. I said, I'm looking at this shit. I said, bro, you don't got no, how you do a motherfucking deal and you don't got no royalty rate?
You got to understand, Black Sam is smart.
Yeah, definitely. I'll give him that.
So Black Sam, tell, Nip, this is how we gonna run this play. So at the end of the day,
I never helped him. If I'd have helped him with it, you would have known. I got a legal team that's impeccable. Sing. They've been around. They got passed to me through a great friend as well as Joseph Isgrove. Those of y'all know Joe Isgrove, and y'all know what time it is. That was my strong point. My entertainment team, and Joe Isgrove turned over his independent radio team. So I was the only one at the time that could get rotation in a full run, urban and rhythmic, without being in the building. That's where my strength came from in this game to get me in the door, right? But Big U knew that, but I wouldn't cooperate with nothing. And then he dropped a bomb on me and my homeboy and said, Nip's a rat. And I'm like, bro, what you talking about? The nigga really got a record. He got the recording, right? That said, if anything happened to me, he talking to the police. I don't know how he got.
I didn't agree with the extortion part either.